Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And today, it's Viewer Appreciation Day. That's right, WLTV shouting out to all our wonderful viewers. Obviously, I think you all know this. It's been insane over the last couple of days to the week. The growth in the community is huge. Please keep telling all your friends. We want this thing to get huge. I want to get 9,000 comments per episode. Forget 100. So today, I'm going to pick 4 wines that were asked to be tasted. We did that yesterday. I think it's going to be a regular segment. I really love the idea. Which wines would you like me to taste? I got 4 different wines, totally different. I'm excited about tasting them. And, oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. All right, we always want to see who's first on WLTV, first post. Well, today we're going to throw a little curveball at all those people that just come on and say first. That's still a cool game, and we'll keep that forever. But once in a blue moon, I'm going to throw a little wrinkle. And today, here it is. I've got this pretty cool t-shirt. It's a WineLibrary.com t-shirt. And what it says is, my wine cellar is bigger than yours. You know, it's pretty fun. It's a fun little hip t-shirt. First person to, in the comments, put my wine cellar is bigger than yours t-shirt, give it to me now, gets it. So, if you're the first person, just email me your address and I'm going to send it your way. So, let's move on. So, I've got 4 different wines and I'm going to get right into them. So, let's do that. The first wine that was requested by Cameron was the Cold Haven 2004 Viognier. This is an amazing collaboration between Morgan Clenendon and Yves Couleron, 2 producers of high-end Viognier from 2 different parts in the world. Couleron makes the Couleron, Clenendon makes ABC Au Bon Clement. This is an amazing little effort. I have had this wine before. I'm very curious how it's showing. I'm a huge fan of Viognier. It really, to me, is the other white grape in America that you should be drinking besides Chardonnay, and a lot of Chards are really not performing that well. I'm going to tell you something right now, right out the bat. This bouquet is killing me. As I'm just swirling here talking to you, I already smelled a lot of different aromatic flavor. It's really exciting. I mean, oh yeah, best nose ever. Best nose ever on WLTV. So, right off the bat, it's got high hopes. And this is what Viognier does. The aromatics are insane. Really weird aromatic coming through right now. Reminds me of going to the dentist. So I'm not sure what that is exactly, but I just have this dentist thought going through my mind. I cried a lot when I used to go to the dentist when I was little. Just a little FYI if you want to know. Lemon peel. Fluorine? I mean, there's something weird going on here. I don't know what else to say other than it reminds me of the... You know what it smells like? This is really going to get good. I had to have a root canal when I was 10. This is like laughing gas or whatever they gave me to put me... I went to like a special dentist. I know this is getting funny, but this is exactly what this smells like. It smells like this gas that puts you to sleep. Luckily, this is not putting me to sleep. This is really tinging my palate. This is awesome. This is a tremendous effort. I would score this wine 92 to 94 points. Easy. Very aromatic, very crisp. I get a little blue stone on the mid-palate. The acidity and fruit are perfectly balanced. Real long finish. I'm still tasting it. I mean, this is an amazing marriage of 2 winemakers. I mean, just unbelievable. Now, you know, the finish here is really what this wine's all about. I'm spending a lot of time in this wine. This is excellent. You know, Morgan and Yves, you've done an amazing job. It's an amazing marriage. Now, don't go to MTV's because you'll get divorced. Let's move on. Chateau Saint Michel, Ethos Chardonnay, 2004 vintage, 92 points RP. Peter B asked me to taste this, so Peter, here you go. I'm excited. I'm coming off an amazing wine, so it's going to be a little tough. Great color. I think you're seeing this. It's very golden apple, golden boy. Classic, you know, Chardonnay nose, really that, you know, burnt oak, very obvious. Yeah, very smoky nose, little hints of butter. Yeah, a little popcorn aspect going on there, you know, in the kettle. Nice fruit, kind of bland. very standard. I think I can get this exact flavor profile in a $10 or $15 Chardonnay from Napa Valley or any other Carneros or Russian River. Doesn't do much for me. I didn't answer my own question. Robert Parker is my favorite wine critic, but I'm totally in disagreement here. I'm going to go 87 to 89. Very standard Chardonnay, not inspiring. A little bit of golden fruit, but nothing really to write home about. Pass on this one. Pete, I hope I saved you some money. And if not, I think you're going to be sending it back. All right, let's move on. I'm really excited about this wine. And Rich S. asked me to, John Holmes. John, I'm so sorry. Asked me to try this Match 2002 Cabernet. This is a really, really exciting effort between Randy Sloan and Sasha Match. Sasha, like my dad's name. The Butter Dragon Vineyard. I mean, I know what I'm going to think of this wine. I've had this many times. But, you never know. Yeah, I mean, amazing. And this has been consistent. I think this is the 7th time I've had this wine. This is a very consistent, green, herbal, complex, interesting nose. And when I'm saying green and herbal, I'm not saying that's bad in any shape or form. It's actually quite exotic. Asparagus running wild on my nose right now. It's wild. Yeah. For $80, which is expensive for a bottle of wine, this is probably one of the best California wines you can buy. What else do you want me to say? This wine is a California cult wine caliber wine. You are spending $300 for Harlan and Bryant family to get this quality. I believe this is one of the most interesting and up-and-coming wines in all of California. I'm completely blown away by this wine. I'm also drinking the last bottle in the store, so we don't have it for sale. This is incredible. I'm blown away. John, you've been hounding me. I think you've emailed me 3 times, and you posted it in the forum. I had to do it. I had to treat myself to it. This wine is incredible. Score in the 96 plus. Insane stuff. Kills O2 Insignia. Ugh. Ridiculous. I'm going to drink that bottle. All right. If you're wondering what happens to the bottles of wine. Croft, 2003 vintage port. 96 points, Wine Spectator. Originally 96 to 100. This wine has been opened for about 5-6 hours. These have been about 2-3 hours. I just wanted to give the port as much as I could. This is extremely young for port. I don't mind drinking wines young. I've drank with them young my whole career, and I think a lot of the wines I drink on the show should be decanted and should be drank after airing, or even better, aged 5 to 7 years. But I can get through it because I've drank. That's basically what I do. I drink young wine. I've been drinking 05 Bordeaux, as you know. So I'm used to that, and I can fight through it, and I kind of understand where wines evolve. Port, on the other hand, I am drinking this wine way too young. Way too young. I'm doing this for you, Rich S. and others. But the real reason I'm drinking this is because it was requested, and I want to taste it for you guys. So, 03 is an exceptional vintage. A lot of great ports are coming out of 03. Hungarian Tokaj, port, and Sauterne is how I rate dessert wines. Meaning, for me personally, overall, I prefer Hungarian Tokaj to any other dessert wine. But I've got to tell you, there is fundamentally nothing better to me than when it's negative 30 below outside to sit by the fireplace and watch my beloved New York Jets whip up on any of the football teams that you guys are fans of and drink a little port. It's just heaven. It's an incredible bottle of wine. This has so much flavor, so much complexity, and, these are incredible wines. This wine will outlast my grandchildren. This wine will last 120 years. I really believe that. I believe world-class, complex ports last 40 to 80 years easy, and this 03 Croft is showing very well. It's a nice bottle of wine. There's a lot of great ports in 03. I should probably do an episode where I taste them all, because I'm not saying go and run out and buy the Croft. I'm just saying this is another example of amazing, amazing wine. And it's really interesting. I didn't think through Wine Library TV today, because what I'm ending with is, ta-da, the Clota Pops from the other day, I want to make sure that I evaluated it properly. I think another day is going to really work. But what I did was I just tried the pour, and as much as I can, I don't have that much wine to swirl out and spit out, and this is so viscous and has so much flavor, it's pretty much tainted the flavor. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask Eric, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to go get a glass. I'll be right back. Really sorry. Yeah. WLTV, huh? Okay, so, big debate on this wine. It's been breathing overnight. The Clota Pops, 97 points. We know it from yesterday. Let's give it one more whirl. It's had a lot of time to open up. 03 was a hot vintage. Okay. Similar nose. It's actually changed quite a bit, actually, though. It's opened up even more. There's a lot more flavor going on in the nose. Getting a deep raspberry and kind of cassis honey is what I want to call it. It's like cassis, but it's like got that honey. Nope, I was right. Call it a 91. That's the best I can do for this wine. It's just, it's changed a little bit, but it still has some flaws in the mid-palate. I still feel the fruit was burnt, and I'm just not tasting what I want to in a world-class wine. So I'm going to stay firm there. Colin, my good friend Colin D, I am going to do an episode on apartment cellaring. I promise you. And finally, the question of the day. How much will Snakes on Planes gross this weekend? If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. Please, I need your prediction. I'll put mine as well later today. We'll see you next time on WLTV.